and welcome to EBADay 2019 in Stockholm. I'm Hannah Wallace, and kindly joining us now in the TV studio is Thomas Egner, Secretary General for the Euro Banking Association. Hello Thomas, it's good to see you again.
Hi,
Thank
Hannah.
you for joining us.
Thank you.
How are you enjoying the event so far? I'd love to hear.
Well, I think it's a great event. Each year the community comes together, payment practitioners all over the place, really discussing good questions, important questions. I think we've had a couple of very good speeches already.
So the first thing I would like to talk to you about is Smart 2 Group, facilitated by the EBA, has just issued its best practice recommendations for combating fraud around instant payments. But could you highlight for us some of the areas that need tackling most?
Let's start with the why. And I think that's the most important question. If you look at SCT Inst, the nature of SCT Inst is immediately debit and an immediate credit on the other side. And it's in the nature of SCT Inst that the credit party immediately can as well cash out payments. It does not create any new fraud, but it creates a specific fraud, an instant fraud. And that's why a couple of payment practitioners came together in our Smart 2 group and thought that it would be a good idea to come up and jointly develop market practices around the fraud. And this is what we have done. We have developed a paper which looks at three levels: inter-PSP, intra-PSP, and of course then what the external parties regulator can do.
Sure, all right. And on the best practice note, do you see any concrete follow-ups?
Oh yes, if you again look at the individual layers, I think there's a big chance for a PSP to look what the group has done and to adapt and mirror the findings of the group on their own internal processes. That's of course step number one. Step number two is then, if you then take the broader look and look at the industry itself, what can the industry as such do about fraud, and come up to rules, thoughts, and perhaps implementation. Then it comes up to regulators. So there might be cases where a regulator can help the industry by opening up their fraud databases or any specific further help.
Sure, and it's going to be a really big topic at this year's EBADay. Do you have any more recommendations in the pipeline?
Late April this year, we've issued another guideline which concentrated on fraud reporting. And mainly we looked at the topic of the different guidelines, of the different timelines, and of different content issued by the ECB and the European Banking Authority. So there was a strong feeling in our membership that these two different guidelines and different rule sets cause fragmentation. We now found out that it's not as easy as we thought, so we have to continue on that way and need to look into the content of the notes. But we will add another note to this which looks into the topic of e-money.
Sure. Well, Thomas, thank you so much for your insights and some really strong recommendations there. I'll let you get back to the event. Thank you.
Thank you very much.